my channel. So today's video could be a little controversial, and I do understand that. This is, of course, all of my recommendations for the Sephora Spring VIB Sales event. And as some of you may know, there has been some controversy about Sephora ever since the quarantining and things have started. So I'm here to say that I'm obviously doing this video anyways because there are still some people that are going to shop. If you are boycotting Sephora, I support you in that, and I haven't decided how I'm going to move forward with my opinion, but for right now, I do want to make my recommendations. I also want to say that obviously you don't have to take these recommendations and buy them directly from Sephora. You can also just buy them from the individual website from that brand. So just take the products as recommendations, and hopefully we can just have fun talking about makeup. Let's go ahead and get started. So first I want to start with a category of kind of makeup prep, skincare stuff. And for skincare, I have a few things. So first is an oil. This is actually the mini size that I keep here at my vanity, but I do have the full size. And I've talked about this before. I think it was a yearly favorite for 2019. This is from Youth to the People. This is the Makai and Acai Prickly Pear Goji Super Berry Hydrate and Glow Oil. This is pretty much a standard beauty oil, facial oil. And I don't want the word standard though to make you think that it's just like average and not that great. I love this product, obviously love all these products. And I have used this, like I mentioned, all of 2019. I'm still using it. I use this primarily at nighttime, like on top of my moisturizers. And it is just such a nice step to my routine. I also happen to love this brand, Youth to the People. I love what they stand for. I love their marketing. And I particularly love how good and clean the ingredients they use in their products, and also how much they appear, at least, to care about the environment. All of their packaging is in like glass bottles. I mean, even this little sample one is in a glass bottle, which is obviously very easily recyclable, especially compared to plastic. So all around, it's just good vibes from this company, but also this product is super hydrating, super smoothing, plumping, feels so good on your skin. I have also used this under makeup as well on particularly dry skin days. And you know, assuming I let it sink into my skin for a few seconds before applying other products, it has worked really well under foundation, and I love the versatility of it. So love this product, highly suggest. A moisturizer that I have been using and really enjoying is from Belif. This is the True Cream Moisturizing Balm. Now they do have, and I think it's a better known product, is their Aqua Balm that is a little bit more gel-like, a little bit more fast absorbing, and mostly geared, in my opinion at least, towards like oily skin people. So they do have that option as well. But the Moisture Balm, not the Aqua Balm, is the one that I have because I have had more dry skin, and it is still gel-like, like you can kind of tell the texture, but it is not a typical gel that is just going to sink right in and go away. Like, you feel the moisture linger from this, and I really enjoy it. Also, I think the price point of these Belif moisturizers are very fair. I think this was like $38, which is not cheap, but I think that considering it's a high-end product and it's Sephora, I think that's a very fair price. But I've just been loving this, and the smell too is so, so nice. Like, it smells so good and I love it. I use this in the morning, however, I would definitely use this at night as well. It's just good all around, and like I said, really enjoying it. So next for skincare is a newer product for me, and this is something that I definitely need to purchase the full size of. This is from the brand called Supergoop. This is an SPF of 40. This one in particular is called their Glow Screen. This is a newer product for them, and they have a ton of different sunscreens at Sephora, and I think that they're also sold at Nordstrom as well. But this one in particular is, as the name implies, a very luminous, glowy product that what I love about it so much is how well it sits under makeup. I don't know if when I purchase the full size, if I'm going to get the glowy one or if I'm just going to get their unseen screen, which is basically just like a non-glowy version of this. But if you like a little bit of glow under your makeup, this is so, so nice, and I've really been enjoying it. But like I said, the biggest thing that makes me want to recommend this is how well it sits under makeup. It does not pill up. I have tried a lot of sunscreens under makeup because I'm trying to get into a routine of using it, and I'm so sick and tired of trying ones that initially feel like, okay, yeah, this is gonna feel nice, and then it starts balling up. The minute I put makeup on, the minute I try to like really massage this into my skin, next thing I know, it's got those little balls, it's pilling. I don't have the patience for it. This is really, really good, and it has actually made me use sunscreen on a daily basis, where before, I hate to admit, I 100% was not doing that. So try this out, I love it. And last, for skincare prep, we have probably the most expensive product that I'm gonna talk about today, and I've had this for so long. This is from Bobbi Brown. This is the Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This has shea butter, vitamin C and E, and is the most luxurious moisturizing or hydrating primer that you'll ever get your hands on. Like, I'm convinced. I have not tried that many, but seriously, this is worth the money. Listen to me loud and clear, especially if you have dry skin and you need a moisturizing base. Look no further. The thing that I love so much about this is not that it's pore filling, is not that it's particularly like retexturizing on your skin before makeup or anything like that. I love how hydrating it is, but I love the experience of putting this on my face. That's why I buy this product. And that's why I'm willing to spend as much as it is, because the smell of this product, the texture of this product, and of course it works. Like, it hydrates your skin very well and gets it ready for foundation and other things like that very well. But just the experience of putting this on is so nice and so worth it that I will buy this. Like, I have to have it, and it's just great. It's one of the best products that I have in my collection. Let's go to the eyes, because I only have two things. The first one is a palette, and you guys have heard me talk about this before. In fact, you've probably heard me talk about all these products before, so I apologize for the repeats, but isn't that just a true testament of how much I like products if I'm talking about them over and over again? I never want to be a channel that's like, wow, she talked about that once and then I never heard about it. Does she still like it? Did she really like it that much if she doesn't still use it? You know what I'm saying. So I'm talking about the Gemini palette. This I got last year for my birthday, and I really love this palette. It's what I have on my eyes today. Not that I have a very extensive or complicated look. So this is what it looks like inside. I'm sure everybody has seen this by now. I do, as you would imagine, get the most use out of this brown side here. The shades are just so the right level of pigmentation, like not too pigmented to where it's like, holy crap, what am I gonna do with this? This is out of control. Like, I can't work with this. But they're pigmented enough to where you are getting what you pay for. Like, you're putting the shadow on your eye. It's translating exactly how it looks and swatches from the pan, which is really important to me. It blends very smoothly, very well. The only complaint that I have about this palette, and it's significant, but it does not deter me from recommending it, is I don't love the shimmer shades in here. This green one, I have some on my eyes today, and it's decent. I tend to feel like I need to wet it in order to get the payoff that I want. But this shade Gemini, which seems to be what the palette was named after, does not perform at all. Like, it's a waste. I don't know if I got a bad shadow, but I think that it just actually is not a good shadow. Whether I wet it, whether I scrape the top, like nothing, it doesn't work. But let's get back to the rest of the shadows. All of these mattes in here are worth your money. I am not a person who likes to recommend products that if one thing doesn't work, still buy it. No, I typically do not. If I don't get a use out of every single shadow, I'm typically like, I'm writing this palette off. I don't like it. But this palette is different for me, and it's because of the formula. And of course, these colors I use all the time and I love using on my eyes. So that's what I think makes this palette worth it. And I'm interested in checking out more Melt Cosmetics products because of that palette. The other eye product is a newish one. I've gotten it since this year started, and this is from Fenty Beauty. This is their liner. What is this called? Fly liner or something? It's called the Fly Pencil Long Wear Pencil Eyeliner. Didn't know if we needed the word pencil twice, but they did. They have a lot of colors, but this is just the black one. I really like this because I was searching for a black pencil liner to use for my waterline. It is what I have on my tight line and my lash line today, but I was searching for one because I'm a contact lens wearer, and a lot of black liners that I have in my collection I was using and literally could not see because they were coating my contacts with the liner. Like, it was transferring my contacts. I had to literally clean my contacts like every couple of hours. It was not okay. So I went out on a limb and purchased this because it had good reviews, and I really like this. Super black, super smooth, super creamy, and doesn't transfer. This is not like, oh my God, I see it on my eyes the next day. I don't know if I've ever seen an eyeliner be that long wearing, but it is pretty dang long wearing, and long enough wearing to where I think it's worth buying an eyeliner from Sephora, which you may be more inclined usually to just buy any black liner from the drugstore. This, in my opinion, is worth it, and go ahead and check it out. Moving on to some face products. I have some bronzers. I have 3 highlights, which could not be more excessive. The bronzers, though, I'll talk about first. A cream one. This is from Milk Makeup. This is just the like little travel size, which I think is plenty if you ask me. If you're somebody who doesn't wear a ton of cream bronzer all the time, then I would say just go ahead and get this one because it's like $14. Although most people who buy the full size also say, oh my God, this is gonna last me a lifetime and it's worth the money and blah, 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 blah. Do what you want. The point is, this from Milk Makeup, the bronzer in the shade Baked, at least for my skin tone, I really like this formula. I have not experimented a ton with cream bronzers, but this one has been really nice. I've been really enjoying it. Just a good color, like I said, adds a lot of warmth and it blends out very, very easily. I use a little brush to blend this out, whereas typically I would think I would use a sponge. I do end up using a brush, but anyways, I absolutely love this and it's really, really nice. The powder bronzers that I want to talk about have been on my channel several times, and again, just a true testament to how much I actually like them. And they are from Hourglass. Such an expensive brand, but in many cases very worth it, and this is an example of that. So I have 2 shades, one for when I'm pale, like now, and I am wearing it today. I'm wearing basically all these products today. My pale shade is the lightest one I have, called Luminous Bronze Light. And then when I have more of a tan, I use this darker one that doesn't look that much darker in the pan, but it is when you apply it. This is Radiant Bronze Light. I think it is necessary to have both, ladies and gentlemen, because if your skin tone fluctuates as much as mine does from winter to summer, then I do think it's worth having both. I love this bronzer because of the shades. I mean, these shades are very warm. I love a warm bronzer, but also the blendability of them and the reliability of them. I mean, literally, I will never pick up one of these bronzers and my bronzer look patchy, my bronzer look muddy. Never. It will always blend. It will always look smooth. It will always look just flawless on your skin. And you can't say that about every bronzer. Now, do you have to spend the $50 on this bronzer in order to get that effect? No, but you will get it every time with these, and I do think they are worth the money. Also, these have lasted me so long. Like, it's not like I buy any sort of bronzer and I'm out of it within like 3 months. I've had these for over a year, both of them. So still going strong, haven't hit pan. That, in my opinion, makes it worth the money as well. Now, I want to move on to the 3 highlights that I have, and let's just continue with Hourglass for a moment, shall we? This palette recently came back in stock on Sephora. It was limited edition, I believe. I don't know if it's permanent now, but I just checked this morning and it is back in stock. You do not have to buy this palette. What I am really selling to you is the highlight formula inside. So this is their ambient metallic strobe light highlights, and this is the strobe lighting palette. One of mine actually fell out, so I'll try to not drop it everywhere, but this is what the palette looks like. Obviously has 3 shades, and the one negative that I will say here is obviously, if you're not white, pretty much, you probably are not gonna get a lot of use out of this palette because these are very light colors. I have these highlights on my face today and I used all of them and they all work for my skin tone. I mean, this one is a little bit dark for me. Like this would work way better if I was a little more tan. But my point is, it is sad to me that they do not cater to more skin tones. However, I can't deny how beautiful this formula is. And if these colors work for you, I do think that it's worth it. If I lost this palette and I had to buy this again, I would consider buying the palette again because it's just fun to play with all three colors. But I would consider personally buying like this more pink one or this more like white gold one because those two will work for me all year round. Whereas this one would get the most use out of, like I said, if I had more of a tan. So if you're wondering, the white gold shade is called Pure Strobe Light, and I believe this pinkish one that I'm talking about is Lucent Strobe Light, but they're all beautiful. You can see from the swatches, they're very bright highlights, but they are not chalky and they are not going to pick up on texture like a lot of blinding highlights will. And I love that about it and have had so much fun having this in my collection. That being said, I have two other highlights that I have loved, and you guys may remember them also from my 2019 favorites video, but they're worth mentioning again here. The first one is a loose highlight. How fun, a different texture. This is from Artist Couture, and this is one of their Diamond Glow powders. This is in the shade Summer Haze. Now, I do get the most beautiful look with this when I'm a little more tan than I am now. However, it does still work on more fair skin like what I am right now. So use that as your gauge. But regardless, this formula, if you don't want this color, fine, but this formula is beautiful. I was hesitant to fall in love with this because it is a loose highlight. It is going to be a little messier technically than if you just have one that is in a pressed format. However, I don't make a mess with this. I use so little that you want to talk about a product that you're going to have for the rest of your life and never use up. One of these for sure. It is easier for me to justify spending, $25, $30 on a product when I know it's going to last me so long and I'll get so much use out of it. But this is just gorgeous. Every time I wear it, I love how it looks. This is like a contender for my wedding day. Like, it's that pretty. And the other one is from Benefit. This is their famous shade Cookie, and one of their box highlights. Just a gorgeous shade, especially for fair skin. Very blinding, but yet very creamy, very smooth, even somewhat wet looking. Both of these I can say are a little bit wet looking on the skin, which I love, like so pretty. So those are the three highlights that I wanted to recommend and that I love most in my collection from Sephora specifically. Let's go to blush, and the blush I'm wearing today is from Buxom. This is a product that I am praying for, not actually praying because I'm atheist, but I am hoping that Buxom will come out with more shades of this formula. This is the Wanderlust Primer Infused Blush. This one is in the shade Mykonos, and again is what I have on my cheeks today. Really pretty pop of like coral. I love the packaging of this too, like this clear acrylic I just can't get enough of. But this is just a beautiful formula. It does last on your skin more than other blushes. This will be on almost all day long, which I require in my products. I'm not putting a blush on to wear it for an hour and a half and then not have blush on. As you may be able to tell, I love blush. I say it in almost every video. I want full pigmentation, full blush all day. And that's what I want, and that's what I get from this. So I do love it, and like I said, I just want more shades. I want like an orange. That's what I really want. So thank you very much, Buxom, for listening. Okay, two more products. One is the lip gloss I'm wearing right now. And I have also mentioned this recently. I feel the need to say that because I feel like it's gonna be like, this is repetitive, but don't know what you want me to say. This lip gloss, okay, so I have two of the minis. The story goes, Sephora had like a little promo code that you could get one of these minis. I got one, I tried it, fell in love, and then literally placed a different order on Sephora a week later and used the promo code again, got another mini so I could have one here, one in my purse. So I'm probably good on this for a little while because there's a decent amount of product in here, but this gloss is special, okay? The particles in here, you have so many beautiful shades of glitter. You have blue, you have purple, you have pink, you have silver. Like, they're so reflective, yet you do not feel any grittiness, any texture on your lips. They're suspended in a stunning gel-like plush formula. Have I not sold you on this? Like, this is so pretty. I didn't even tell you what it is. Oh my God. This is from Artist Couture as well. And this is their gloss in the shade Sugar Baby. And I cannot get enough. Like, this is, can we just, that basically made no difference, but gorgeous formula. I absolutely love it. I've actually tried to dupe this with a product from the drugstore. And while the product I got is pretty, it is not the same. Definitely worth the money if you buy the one from Artist Couture. And last, a product that I always have to mention in like favorites videos and videos where I'm recommending products, setting spray. You have to have the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. Now, I have had more dry skin, and that may be changing soon because I'm getting off Accutane. Finally said it in the video. I know I say it in every one. But I have not used it. My point is I have not used this as much as I typically do because my skin's been more dry, therefore I use more hydrating setting sprays. But this, for keeping your makeup on all day or all night long, is necessary. I mean, at least buy the travel size of this because you will use it and you will see a freaking difference. Like, I swear by this. Like, Urban Decay, just hire me as an independent sales rep and I will be your biggest seller of this. This is magic. I love it and I highly suggest it. If you are more dry skin, I don't know what I would suggest because I have a couple setting sprays that are for hydrating, but the one that I typically like is like Morphe or like something more or less expensive. But if you need something to keep your makeup on, and especially if you're oily, the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray is what you need. Go get it. Okay, and just like that, we have completed the video. That was my list of things. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please do give it a thumbs up, and if you do feel like you like me, then please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to post every week, however, with the quarantine, as much time as I have on my hands,
I'm also severely depressed.
so I haven't been posting as much as I want, but I feel like that's going to change here soon. Also, follow me on my Instagram. I have been posting more, especially on stories there as well. So if you feel like you want to get to know me a little bit more, see my personal life, that would be the place to do it. It's at Nat-Fabulous. But thank you so much again just for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone's doing great, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Okay, bye.